Hey everybody, Alicia here. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday afternoon. I am here at my studio in Snohomish, Washington, and I'm so happy to be bringing this live to you today. I am going to be demonstrating how to arrange flowers in this wonderful pumpkin right here. So, I am so thankful for these beautiful flowers that have arrived yesterday from my friends at Fabulous Florals. Fabulous Florals can be found online at fabulousflorals.com. They are a sister company to Florabundance Wholesale. Now, if you're in the industry, you've probably heard of Florabundance Wholesale. It has been a wonderful company located in Southern California, just outside of Santa Barbara in the beautiful town of Carpinteria. The Florabundance is located there. They have a sister company called Fabulous Florals, and Fabulous Florals provides florals to anyone in the US. So you can go onto the website and place an order and have flowers shipped directly to your door. You do not have to be a florist. You can just be somebody who wants to make one arrangement for Thanksgiving. So again, fabulousflorals.com. That is where these flowers came in from. So let me tell you what florals we have here to work with today. Check out these spray roses. Are they gorgeous or what? They're like the perfect pumpkin spice orange, kind of like orangey golden spray rose. So I have these. Set them aside. I have some of this bronzy amaranth. I always like a little texture in my fall arrangements. Isn't that the wonderful thing about fall? You're gonna have all these fun textures. So we have a little bit of that bronze amaranth. Astromeria. I know probably a lot of people don't grab it anymore. I think maybe we saw it at grocery stores for a little too long and we've forgotten what a wonderful flower this really is to work with. I really enjoy Astromeria this time of year. I love it in the fall because it comes in like peaches, orange, and even like a dark orange, reds, and burgundies. So definitely think about getting some Astromeria for your arrangement. Super long lasting and looks wonderful paired with roses and all the other fun textures. I also have persimmons on the branch. So fun, so cool. A personal favorite actually. Check these out. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously? These are butterfly ranunculus. I have not seen this color before today. I have absolutely worked with the peaches and the pinks and all of that, but seriously, how beautiful is this lavender purple, almost a wine colored butterfly ranunculus? So pretty, right? And check out these. These are garden roses. They're called Symbol. They look absolutely awesome with these butterfly ranunculus, right? How pretty is that? Symbol is grown by one of my personal favorite farms, Alexandra Roses, and obviously everybody at Fabulous Florals and Florabundance, they know how much I love Alexandra Roses, so they included these beauties. And again, this is Symbol. Symbol is the name of this rose. So I'm gonna just put my ranunculus and Symbol roses back into this bucket of fresh water here. And then right behind me, I have some 9-bark and some burgundy grasses that I can work with too. Okay, into our arrangement. So, what we have here, I have my little Lazy Susan ready to go, have my pumpkin here. Now, the flowers arrived yesterday to my door. When they got there, I processed them all. I put them all in fresh water, set them aside to start hydrating. I always like to let my flowers hydrate for at least 2 to 3 hours, and in this case, they gotta rehydrate overnight. Same thing last night, I started on my pumpkin. I went ahead, this is a fresh pumpkin, awesome color. I went ahead, scraped it all out, got it clean. Now here's a tip you may not be familiar with. I like to spray this entire inside of my pumpkin and even wipe down the outside with Pam cooking spray. The reason I spray all of this with Pam cooking spray, and you could use any type of cooking spray, olive oil, canola oil, whatever. The reason you're doing this is you're adding a protective cover to this pumpkin, and it slows down the natural decay. By putting the oil on it, it blocks the mold and bacteria from breaking this down too quickly. So highly recommend, before you start your project, carve out your pumpkin, put on the Pam spray or whatever kind of cooking spray you have, and let it settle in. So I did that. Now, an interesting thing is what kind of mechanics to use. So as you know, a lot of people like put a vase inside of here, or they'll use floral foam. I personally like to use natural curly willow. So Fabulous Florals did send me curly willow in my package yesterday. I already trimmed it down a little bit. What I like about using curly willow, it's a natural material. So once I am done with this arrangement, once it's fading, and perhaps I'm done with my dinner party, I can take this whole thing and put it in the compost and not worry about taking it all apart to fish out a vase or something else that's chicken wire. Yes, chicken wire is great, but once your arrangement's done, you need to take it all apart to get the chicken wire out so you can put the rest in the compost. So to avoid that and keep it natural, I use curly willow. It makes a fantastic grid inside. So you're just gonna take it, you're gonna work it, get it to weave around, and place it in here sideways, and work it inside of your pumpkin here, right? So get a few of these pieces in here. This is creating a natural grid within, which makes arranging with my flowers so much easier. They're going to have this curly willow inside of here to weave into, and that's gonna hold them all in place. So yes, isn't that just a fun little way to do this? Okay. I have a good amount in here now, and I can add in, tip that up so you can see, all that curly willows along the side. So as I add in my stems of flowers and foliages, it'll lock right in there. And heck, I don't even mind if a piece or two of the curly willow comes out. That's kind of fun anyway. I'm gonna put the rest of this aside. Okay, now that I have the curly willow in, next is add water. Floral Design 101, add water. I have people ask me that all the time in classes. When do they add water? You put in the water before you put in the flowers. In that goes. Next up, now that we are all ready, we have our mechanic in place, I'm gonna start with some foliages. Let's get these 9 barks over here. Okay, so there's that 9 bark, right? Beautiful burgundy color. So I'm gonna take this and hold it up to my pumpkin and see how long I wanna make my stems. Holding it up, eyeing how long it could be, give that a cut. Now remember, no foliage into the water. We just don't wanna keep this as clean as possible to help with the longevity of the pumpkin. Plus, if it gets too many leaves in here, it's really difficult to continue to add in your flowers. So here we go. I held that up to the outside. I could see how long I could keep my stem. Give it a nice 45-degree angle cut, and that will expose more of the stem to drink up water. I'm gonna pop that in. Grab myself another 9 bark. Clean off some of that lower foliage. Just a little bit shorter. I want it just to be like hugging right on the rim of this. This one's so long, I could probably get 2 cuts out of it. 9 bark is just an awesome foliage to work with. I use it all the time, all summer long. It comes in beautiful, like this burgundy color. There's a chartreuse green that's fantastic. So we're going to just start with our foliage, get it in here, get some body to the base of our arrangement. This is just fun. This is absolutely a great arrangement this time of year. You could use it in October for a Halloween party. It's also a great look for Thanksgiving tables, entry tables. Really just a fun style to do for October and November. Adding in some of this. Okay, so I like to always start with my foliages first. Get my base built up. I have my compost right off to my right side here, so anything I don't need goes straight in there. Okay, so we have a nice amount of 9 bark in here. Again, it's on my Lazy Susan, so I can keep turning it. Next up are these awesome persimmon branches. So they came in with leaves on. I'm happy that they were shipped with the leaves on. I feel like it protects the fruit a bit. However, if you don't care for how the leaves look, you can absolutely trim it out at this point. Isn't that just, that's so fun. I'm from Northern California, and we had persimmon trees like all surrounding us, so it's really awesome to be able to work with these right now. It reminds me of home. Okay, I'm gonna trim that off. They are heavy, so I'm taking that stem and weaving it between my 9 bark so that they can take some of the weight. Like I say, trim those leaves out if you don't care for them. I'm gonna leave the branch on. I think it adds just a fun flair to it. So keeping that on. Okay. Just trim that on out of there. Double up on this persimmon over here. Isn't that just the cutest? And I love the green. The green is just really fun to work off the burgundy of the 9 bark. Just gives it some dimension. And maybe I'll just hold these two aside for right this minute. Next, let's add in our copper toned amaranth. This I just want to add around. I want to get it in now before I add in my flowers, because its purpose is going to be just to cascade over the side of the pumpkin. Perfect look for a pumpkin arrangement, if I do say so. Just a fun texture. Perfect this time of year. I say amaranthus, some people say amaranth. Comes in burgundies, a super rich dark burgundy, green, in addition to this particular copper color. So I'm just adding touches of that in for a little bit more texture. I've got another nice piece here I'll add in. Anybody can make an arrangement like this. You can see, again, I'm just starting with my greenery, moving it around, making sure it's throughout. And now let's add some color. Let's use some of those insanely gorgeous spray roses. I'm just picking off any of the guard petals that maybe got discolored while traveling. Okay. This is going to really add some beautiful color Oh my gosh, like one stem in and it's already just got a pop of color right there. It's so pretty. And yes, anybody can order from Fabulous Florals and have these gorgeous florals delivered to your doorstep. And this is the perfect time of year for that, because a lot of people just want to do a little home entertaining and like to make something up themselves. So easy, right? I'm just sprinkling those in throughout. Let's get some of these gorgeous symbol roses in. So rich, they're just so rich. They're gonna look beautiful in with this foliage we're using. And they should continue to open. Like I say, I just put them in water last night. They're very long-lasting garden roses from grown by Alexandra Farms. Look how pretty that is. Now you can see, yes, we had a very dark foliage to start with. And now we're adding in these brighter colored flowers that are really bringing it all to life. Look at how pretty that is there. My butterfly ranunculus are trying to jump in here already, I think. And you can see, keep it easy. I mean, yes, it's fun to just layer all your different colors. Or you can order exactly the same thing we're using here. And personally, roses are probably still one of my absolute favorite flowers. They just are. And they come in so many colors. They're long lasting. And they're beautiful. So I am not, just to remind you all, I'm making sure to not get any foliage into my water. I'm keeping that nice and clean. Let's add in another. Oh my gosh, this is one stem. This is one stem. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blooms on it. Okay, like that is a stunner. I'm gonna take this one and nestle it right into the center here. A little bit too tall. That's okay. Pumpkins have funky bottoms, so you don't always know where the bottom is until you place this in there. So just take it back out and give it a cut. Let's add in, okay, so I was talking about Astromeria. This is an awesome place to bring it in. The foliage of the 9-bark is dark. The Astromeria, in addition to the blooms themselves, you have the greenery on here, and that greenery just frames the flowers and adds a little bit more depth to our arrangement. Really, I just think everybody should try using some Astromeria this time of year. I think, like I said earlier, people have just gotten away from it, but it is so worth it for these kinds of arrangements with just the colors they offer and the longevity. Roses too, roses also last a long time, so this particular arrangement is going to last me quite a few days. I'm just popping them in throughout. Okay, this particular stem is sticking out just a little too much for me. Cut that off. How about, let's add in those stunners. It is time for some butterfly ranunculus. Also, extremely long-lasting flower. Oh my gosh, it goes so perfect with these roses. in greenery. And I'm thrilled with this pumpkin that I picked out here because the color is perfect with all of these. So how cute is that? I'll take some photos of this too and share the photos online so that you can all just get a better idea of, and maybe add in the list of what flowers are included so you all can just repeat this design at home. Get that in there. Just delightful. I've been designing flowers now for, gosh, 25 years or so, and I'll tell you all, I am still in just amazement of the absolute beauty when I'm unpacking a box and I see what's coming in. I never get tired of seeing so many beautiful flowers. And to think, to this day, this is the first time that I've seen this in person. It's so pretty. Again, butterfly ranunculus. I've seen the other colors, but this one for this time of year is absolutely perfect. Oh gosh, and then I have the grasses behind me. They surprised me with these fun grasses to work with. They'll be, give us some more dimension, right? And as you can see, each bunch, we have like 10 or so, 10 to 12 stems. So you can make a few arrangements. It won't, you don't have to use it all in just your one pumpkin. You could do a series of pumpkins and spread them throughout your house and for your parties and all of that. So a little bit goes a long way. Okay, let me grab these grasses. How fun are these, right? Like those are so cool. And just grab like 3 of them at a time and try to weave it down in here. Get that going off to the side a little bit. Turn my turntable, get another cluster. This is not something I would add in one at a time. I think it just makes a lot more impact if you get a little cluster of them going. And the curly willow is working fantastic. I can feel everything is just holding into place here. So again, you're using curly willow as your mechanic inside the pumpkin to hold all of your stems in place. And y'all are gonna thank me at the end of the holiday or at the end of your party when you're not out trying to fish your mechanics out of a pumpkin that is ready to go in the compost. How fun is that with just some grasses? And you could definitely add more, just even some cute little textures in here. Let me grab some of those too. Okay, so fun. Check that out. That was just really enjoyable. So, thank you so much for joining me. Again, all of these flowers came to me from fabulousflorals.com, and I put in an order for the particular spray roses and the curly willow and all that, and then they picked out these other beautiful symbol roses to go with it. I highly recommend take a look at it. They will ship from Carpinteria, California, which is just right by Santa Barbara, to your doorstep anywhere here in the US. So these came in yesterday afternoon to my house here in Washington. They looked beautiful. They rehydrated overnight and they're very happy right now. And then the pumpkin, again, the curly willow is inside of here as my mechanic. So there you go, everybody. There is my fun little festive holiday arrangement. course, I might add some more roses because I can't help myself and I love them. So we'll see. There you go. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you to everybody at Fabulous Florals and for Abundance Wholesale for helping me with this fun project. Okay? Enjoy your weekend. Bye.